What's up, y'all? So we're officially at 90 free automations, and these are the latest 3 that I'm going to be showcasing in this video that you can go to afonto.com/automations and download them completely for free. All of the instructions on how to set them up are going to be there for you, but in this video, we'll be creating a brand new scenario with one of these automations to show you how it actually looks to set these up yourself. And so first things first, I'm super excited because it's been months, and by the time we've reached the 100 milestone, it's going to have been 2,000 plus hours and learning how to build all of these, building them, documenting them, and doing all these types of things. And so what exactly is this automation? What this is essentially logging all of our meetings inside HubSpot, and then secondarily allowing us to easily disposition them as show or no show. And so when we go into this automation over here, this is what it looks like as a Slack notification. So when the meetings do happen, we're going to get a notification that asks us show, no show, right? And what this allows us to do is have very clear reporting that allows us to make good decisions. And so in my case, I've booked 16 sales calls in the month of December, and we can very easily see that information here. But in addition to that, we're able to see how each of those sales calls are being dispositioned. And so I got 5 no-shows. As you can see, I didn't used to get many no-shows in the previous months. And so what changed? What changed is that I started up my cold outreach efforts. And by the way, as you can see, the deals created, we had a plateau for several months. And when I started up my cold outreach efforts, we went from 105 in the year all the way up to 142 in the same month. So we created 30 plus deals. And so this helps us very easily see all of the information. And in so doing, we're able to make decisions, right? Because now if I want to increase my show up rates, I know what I need to aim for, right? And so this is the first automation, which is going to log all of the meetings. And so it's going to exclude any, meetings that are internal and simply look at the external meetings. In addition to that, it's going to do several other things. It's going to complete all of the tasks associated to the contact. And the reason for that is because we're assuming that the reason of the tasks was in order for us to book the meetings, right? And by the way, my computer is being messy over here. Okay, so that's what it's going to do at the top here. But I do mention in the description here that you can easily just delete these modules if you don't need this type of stuff, right? You can easily do that. And then the next thing it does is it allows us to move the deal stages automatically. And so if a deal stage is information request, for example, we can easily move it over to the meeting booked deal stage, assuming, of course, it's not closed won or any other deal stages that you don't want it to be moving, right? We can automatically move deal stages like this. And then what we were talking about, logging the meeting. And so it logs the meeting. Now it's inside HubSpot. We can easily now disposition it when it happens. And that's where the second automation comes into play, which is the logging of the meetings. And so what this is going to do is it's going to check our HubSpot account for all of the scheduled meetings and then send us a Slack notification. This Slack notification, as I did mention, is going to look something like this. And by the way, if you have not been doing this, if you've not been diligent with this, you're probably going to get dozens of notifications like this. And so just get it out of the way. And then moving forward, you're only going to get like a handful of these on any given particular day. And by the way, if you have any contact owners or deal owners, feel free to make some slight modifications to this so that you notify the specific owner of the contact, right? And so it's basically already done. I'll show you how easy it is to set it up in a second, right? But this is what it's doing. It's getting that, sending us the notification. Once we click the notification inside Slack, by the way, when we go to the automation over here, I show you exactly how to build a Slack application. So this is what's allowing us to have that functionality within Slack. You'll have to click this button here, go to your workspace, create an application, incoming webhooks, all of this stuff. You will just have to follow the instructions here. And at the end of it, it's going to be already set up for you. Like pretty much everything's done, but that's what you're going to need to do from your end. Then what it's going to then do is when you do show or no show, it's going to update the HubSpot meeting accordingly, right? And then delete the messages to declutter your conversations. And so this is basically everything. The main purpose, like I said, is helping us make good decisions on our sales efforts, right? Are we getting no-shows? How many no-shows are we getting? How can we pivot based on these specific no-shows? Like when we click on this, we'll see all of the contacts. And so boom, let me show you how easy it is to set these up. Let's go ahead and do and actually I just updated the image here, so now it's accurate. So we'll simply click download blueprint, download for free. It's going to download the blueprint for us, and then we can actually just go into a new scenario. And first things first, we will need to unzip it and just get the JSON file. And this is where we import it. Give me 1 second. Boom. I've gone ahead and unzipped, added the JSON file here. This is what it's going to look like. When we click save, this is the magic, right? Everything's done. You don't need to worry about none of this stuff, right? Then what you need to do is essentially set up your connections, right? So this is the Google Sheets connections. You want to set up the HubSpot connections as well, right? Once you've done this, it's going to give you all of the events. By the way, if you've not been diligent with this stuff, you can maybe even increase this to like more than 100. Like, but the thing is, yeah, you can increase it to more than 100 if you want. And then, oh, I should totally delete this. I will do that after this. We don't need to worry about this particular section over here. What you would actually do is you would just go to the website here and just read the instructions. So exclude yourself and your team. And so we go over here, we go to the automation. And so if your domain is, for example, google.com, you would just exclude google.com. And by the way, if you use Gmail addresses, you can actually just go ahead and include your entire email, and then you can have an or thing happening here. So you can do or, and then you can say Bruce at Gmail. So this would mean that it's you're excluding yourself, and you're excluding meetings with Bruce, who you typically have meetings with, that type of stuff, right? You can even exclude just all Gmail accounts, but this is how that formula works. Then we go back over here, delete, modify these modules. Again, we would just go to this part over here. Yeah, I don't think I want to remove any tasks, so we'll just go ahead and delete this. And then the deal is closed. So close one is good, but we also don't want to modify any deals that are we don't want to modify any deals that are a different number, right? So we can actually just do text operators does not contain. Oh, actually, no, we could just do an end function. So does not contain. Even not equal to is fine, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So these are the ones that we're going to say. So like if it's closed and lost, for example, or if it's proposal sent, for example, we don't want to modify that. And then over here, we're going to change the deal stage to a meeting booked deal stage, which you can find in your HubSpot settings. It's going to be under objects, deals, and then you go to pipeline, and then each of the pipelines are going to have the IDs associated with that. And so boom, that's that. And then the log meeting is basically already done. So it's that simple, right? It's like, yep, we're done. And then you can set up this automation over here. You're going to get a bunch of notifications, as I did mention. Just check them off. Show, no show, show, no show, show, no show. You can also click on the hyperlink there to essentially go into HubSpot to remind yourself what happened so that you can get the most accurate data. And then once you've done all of this information, go to HubSpot, add a report. So you can go to a dashboard, add a report, and then look for these booked meeting reports like this. This is the main outcome of something like this. And so, yeah, we're at 90 automations. We're going to hit 100 very soon. Leave a like and implement these automations if you found them useful. Bye.